I sat on the ground with Mama after they took Appa in the emergency ward. I couldn't believe Appa had a heart attack. Appa's life was in danger because of me. My Mama was crying because of me. My family was in pain just because of me. I don't know how to handle all this. My heart was aching in too much pain. Forehead became sweaty in fear. If something happened to Appa, then no. Appa can't leave me. Painful tears would escape my eyes. I looked. I looked at my mom. She was crying, holding me tightly. I hugged her tightly while sobbing. Nothing will happen to Appa. I tried to console Mama and got up from the ground, taking her with me. Jungkook, if anything happened to him, then I will. Mama, please. I didn't let her finish her sentence and hugged her tightly. I tried to control myself and the tear because of Mama. I have to be strong, but I don't think I was that strong. Mama, I heard Taehyung's voice and looked up to see him, who is coming toward us. Taehyung, Mama stood up instantly and hugged Taehyung. Mama, please don't cry, she said, and tears were rolling down his cheeks. I saw Jimin and Hyung they all coming toward us. Jimin hugged Mama while saying smoothing word. I saw Taehyung coming toward me, and divorce paper and his sign were flashing in my mind, making me weak, and my heart pains were increasing tenfold. Did the doctor say anything? He asked, and I looked away while wiping my tears. Not yet, I replied shortly, and he nodded. They take care of Mom, I said, and was about to go when he held my wrist. Where are you going? He asked, and I saw that concern in his eyes, which brought a smile on my lips. I'm coming. Please be with Mom. Jin Hyung is in America, so please don't leave Mom's side until I come back, I requested. She's my mom too. You don't have to tell me to take care of her, he said angrily, and I smiled and walked away from there. Jungkook came to the room and sat on the ground. God, don't do this. Don't give me this punishment. It's all my fault, I know. But don't make my parents pay. Don't take my dad away from us. Please, save my dad. Save my family. You're merciful. Show some mercy on us. If anything happened to Appa, then my family will be shattered. My mom, she can't bear this pain. She really loves Appa. If something happens, then I will never be able to face her. Please don't let anything happen to my dad. You can punish me. It's all my fault. I really love my dad. Jungkook covered his face in his hand and continuously cried. He was afraid if anything happened to his dad, then he will be broken. He will never be able to face himself or his mother. He will never forgive himself. While Taehyung became tense, he was also crying for his Appa. But Jungkook, that painful look, made him restless. He never see him that much broken. He wanted to know where he was going and wanted to go behind him, but his bride came in front of him. They looked at Miss Dawn and saw her lean on Jimin's shoulder while sobbing. They sighed. Where are you going? Inwoo asked as he saw they was walking away. I'm just coming. They walked behind him to find Jungkook. They was about to go, but when he heard weeping voice, he opened the door and saw him crying. Taehyung, heart was clenched seeing him like this, and eyes become wet. He needs you. His heart screamed. No, he doesn't need you, Tae. He can do whatever he wants. His mind said and decided to listen his mind and turn to go. But please, save my dad. You can take my life, but save my dad. Then here it is, and his heart was breaking voice. And Shrub His heart was aching as he remembered when he lost his father. Jungkook was the only one who helped him to come out of that horrible situation, and he couldn't find his heart to ignore this state and run to him. Cook, they whispered. While standing in front of him, he uncovered his face and saw Taehyung was standing there. While Taehyung felt his neck was weak, seeing his red face, swollen eyes due to crying, he sat in front of him. Taehyung, Jungkook whispered within painful voice while his tears were falling from his eyes continuously. He hugged Tae, and Taehyung didn't think for a second to hug him back. They carried his back of the head while he was placing on his chest. He was crying like a small child. Tae, it's all my fault. If anything happened to Dad, then I will never forgive myself, he said through his hiccups. Nothing will happen. Please don't cry, Cook. It's not your fault, he whispered while running his finger through his hair trying to console him. Jungkook shook his head and moved back a little to face him. No, Tae, you don't know. I hurt him. He was yelling at me after 3 months. He talked to me today. When he saw that divorce paper, he couldn't control and shout at me until his heart was broke. He murmured, and his eyes were closed tightly. If his father's that painful face would come in front of him. When they felt a burden rising in his heart, hearing this, my divorce paper led up a hair, they thought, and that look at Jungkook, whose eyes were closed and head was bowed while mumbling continuously. Mama will never forgive me. I will never be able to face her. What will I say to Jimin and Jin Hyun? They both told me to take care of her pains. They will also blame me for this condition. And I know they will be right. I can't defend myself in front of them. I can't see that hate in my loved ones' every eyes anymore. Before anything happened like this, I should die. He was like a madman. He didn't know what he was saying, what he was feeling. He loved his parents too much, and now, if anything happened to his dad, then he will lose that both parents because his mama never forgave him. After that, this happened because of him. The thing were increasing his pains every second. He was shaking in fear. Cook, please. They cut him off and cupped his face. Please be strong. Nothing will happen. Don't lose that hope. And Mama needs you. If you become like this, and who will take care of her? You said that you promised Jin Hyung and you will take care of your parents. And how will you lose your hope like this? They tried his best to console him and hugged him again, that he felt relaxed a little in his arm. He wrapped his arms around him and nuzzled his face in his neck. They both were holding each other tightly, closing his eyes and forget everything for the moment, and feel that peace were run in his heart, after which it felt like hours. Jungkook moved back and saw Taehyung's face. They looked at him with that soft eyes. Jungkook kissed his forehead and put his forehead on him's. Thank you, he whispered after everything he did to him. He was still here to support him, and he needed someone, and that things would make him love him even more. For what? They asked in a whisper while his eyes were closed. For being here when I need you so much. He replied, and they opened his eyes and saw him looking at him. No need to thank me. If someone else was in your place, I would do this as well, he said, but his tone wasn't harsh. It was like he didn't want to accept the real reason.